Hello friends, welcome to Independent Learning. My name is Raj Shah and today we are continuing with the chapter trigonometry. Okay, so in the previous video we saw these formulas, these ratios, correct? These are called trigonometric ratios. So opposite side, if you consider a triangle and this is angle theta, okay, then opposite side upon hypotenuse is called sine theta, or if you can say what is sine theta, opposite which is PQ upon hypotenuse which is PR. Now you know how to find hypotenuse also. If this is 90 degree, the angle opposite to 90 degree is theta, hypotenuse, correct? So I hope you very well know that. Same for cos theta, adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Tan theta is opposite upon adjacent. So if you are checking this video first, make sure that you check the previous video and then come back to this. Okay, so now what we are going to learn here in this video is we are going to learn about the relation between sine, cos and tan, so we are going to learn these the relationship between them. Okay, so let us see. Before starting with that, let us know some more trigonometric ratios, okay, which is called cot theta, okay, sec, cosec theta. So same, just like these ratios, which is sine theta, cos theta and tan theta, okay, there are these ratios also, cot theta, sec theta and cosec theta. Okay, so what is cot theta? So cot is, see, you don't have questions related to cot, sec and cosec in your syllabus, but when you go in higher standard, like for example 10th, or maybe if you take science 11th, 12th, these are required also. So let us just see the formula. There is no nothing much difference from these three comparison. Okay, so if I say cot theta, it is taking the adjacent side upon opposite side. So if you have adjacent side upon opposite side, then it is called cot theta. I hope you are getting this. So if you see, can you find the relation between tan and cot? See, tan is opposite upon adjacent and cot is adjacent upon opposite. So can we say that cot is reciprocal of tan? You know what is the reciprocal? If I say x, then the reciprocal of x will be 1 upon x. Yes or no? Therefore, reciprocal of tan is cot. That means cot is 1 upon tan. Or you can say tan is, okay, this is opposite upon adjacent. So if I take this cot and do it ulta, so if I do it like this, sorry, if I write 1 upon cot theta. So if I substitute cot theta here, this adjacent side upon opposite side, in this, what do I get? I get 1 upon, okay, so 1 upon adjacent upon opposite. So this opposite goes up and it becomes opposite upon adjacent. So this will become opposite side upon adjacent side. So that is what we get. So tan and cot, they are reciprocals of each other. You can say tan is 1 upon cot or cot is 1 upon tan. Okay, I hope you have understood this. Same way, what is sec? Sec is hypotenuse upon adjacent side. Okay, so if I take a hypotenuse, okay, hypotenuse divided by the adjacent side of this angle theta, of any angle if you consider, then this ratio, okay, this ratio is called sec theta. Whereas if you see, adjacent upon hypotenuse is called this ratio, okay, adjacent upon hypotenuse ka ratio is called cos theta. But instead sec theta is hypotenuse upon adjacent. So can I say this is 1 upon cos theta? Yes or no? And now if you say what is cosec theta, it is hypotenuse upon opposite side, which is this reciprocal of sine theta, the same way. That means 1 upon sine theta, or you can say cos as 1 upon sec theta, and this as 1 upon cosec theta. Okay, so what can we say here? Sine and cosec, they are reciprocals of each other, correct? Because if we take sine theta, it will be equal to 1 upon cosec theta. If you take cosec theta, it will be 1 upon sine theta. Yes or no? So that's what the relation is between sine and cosec. Same way, there is cos and sec, and also tan and cot. Okay, so I hope you have understood these relations now. Now we'll see the relation between sine and cos. Okay, sine cos. Okay, let's see, and the relation between sec and cosec. Okay, so we'll see relations between the consecutive ones, the consecutive ratios. Okay, so let's see them with the help of this triangle. Okay, so here now we have taken this triangle. Okay, this triangle is a right angle triangle where angle Q is 90 degree, correct? And if you see angle P and R, if you see this is a triangle, correct? If one of the angle is 90 degree, what will be the sum of the other two angles? 90 degree, of course. Why? Because you know that angle P plus angle Q plus angle R equal to 180 degree. Why? Because sum of the angles of the triangle. Therefore, angle Q is 90. So let's substitute angle P plus angle R. There is 90, which we substitute here, equal to 180. Therefore, angle P plus angle R is 90 degree. Yes or no? When you subtract. Therefore, what do we understand from this now? This says that P plus R, they are complementary angles. Meaning, complementary means the sum or the angle which is 90 degree. So here, the sum is 90 degree. That means we can say angle P and angle R are complementary angles. Okay, you know what is supplementary? Supplementary means if we say that two angles are supplementary, that means their sum is equal to 180 degree. So supplementary means 180 degree and complementary means 90 degree. Okay, so I hope you have understood this. Angle P and R, they are what? Complementary angles now. Now let us see. If I take theta as R, so I have taken this already. I'm saying angle R is equal to theta degree or theta. Okay, so if that is the case, if I take angle R as theta, we know that angle P plus angle R equal to 90 degree. Therefore, if I put R as theta, what will I get angle P as? So angle P will be 90 minus theta. Yes or no? If R is theta, then P will be 90 minus theta. Yes or no? Therefore, we have got R and P as theta, and this P is 90 minus theta. Okay, so I hope you have understood. Now this theta is any angle. It can be 30 degree, 20 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree. Okay, so if this is 30 degree, then this will become 90 minus 30, which is 60 degree. So if this is 30, this will be 60, and this is 90 itself. Correct? So the sum of them is giving us 180 degree. Okay, so our assumption, this is correct. Okay, so I hope you are understanding this. Now what we'll see here, let's find sine theta here. Okay, what is sine theta? Now you know what is sine theta? Opposite side upon hypotenuse. So for theta, Which one is the opposite side? PQ. So let's write that PQ, okay, upon hypotenuse is PR. So PR, okay. Now let's find sine 90 minus theta also. What is sine 90 minus theta? This is 90 minus theta angle. Okay, this angle is 90 minus theta. So let's find sine for this. So that will be sine, it's opposite side upon hypotenuse again. So opposite side of this angle is QR. So QR upon hypotenuse is PR. Correct? So I got this. Let's keep finding sine, cos and tan also of sine cos theta and cos 90 minus theta. Same way for tan also. Let's find it and let's see the relation there. Okay, so cos theta is what? So this is theta here. Cos theta, adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Therefore adjacent is QR upon hypotenuse PR. So this is QR upon PR. Then let's find cos 90 minus theta. Okay, cos 90 minus theta is, this is 90 minus theta, this angle. So cos is what? Adjacent upon hypotenuse. So adjacent side of this angle is PQ. So PQ upon hypotenuse is PR. So PR. Okay. So I hope you have understood. Now if you see clearly, what is this? QR upon PR. And here if you see QR upon PR. So what do you understand from this? We can say that this and this, they both are equal. Also if you see PQ upon PR and PQ upon PR here also, same way we can say that these two are also equal. Yes or no? So we can say that sine theta, okay, so we can say sine theta, okay, sine theta is cos 90 minus theta. Correct? And also we can say cos theta is sine 90 minus theta. Ulta can also be said. So here we have proved it also. So cos theta is sine 90 minus theta. Okay, so I hope you have understood this. Now let's find tan. Okay, tan theta. So tan here, tan theta, theta is this, tan is what? Opposite upon adjacent. So it's quite understood how to find tan theta from this angle, this triangle, sorry. So this is tan, theta. Tan is what? Opposite upon adjacent. So for theta, opposite side is PQ. So PQ upon adjacent is QR. Okay. So I hope you have understood this, what is opposite side and adjacent side. If you're getting confused, it's better if you check the previous video, okay, and then continue again. So let's see this tan 90 minus theta. So tan 90 minus theta is, this is 90 minus theta, this angle P, correct, which is this. Therefore tan 90 minus theta, tan is what? Opposite upon adjacent, that is for sure. Okay, so tan 90 minus theta is opposite side, which is QR. So QR upon adjacent side, which is PQ. Okay, so we have got this and this. Now if you see, if I multiply, okay, if I multiply tan with tan 90 minus theta, like let's say tan theta into tan 90 minus theta, what do I get? PQ upon QR into QR upon PQ. See, QR gone, PQ gone, equal to 1. Yes or no? So tan theta into tan 90 minus theta is equal to 1. So we can say that 90 minus theta equal to 1. Okay, see, if you try to find this out, okay, if you try to find this and this relation between tan and cot, or tan and cosec sec, or cos or sec, we already have relation between sec, cos and sec. Okay, if you want to find relation between sec and cosec, for example, okay, which is sec theta is this, cosec we do not know what is it. So if you want to find sec theta, for example, so sec theta, okay, so from this, if you want to find relation between sec and cosec, what is sec theta in this? Sec is what? Hypotenuse upon adjacent, means the reciprocal. So hypotenuse is PR, so PR upon adjacent is QR, so that is QR, correct? PR upon QR. Now if you find, okay, let's find cosec 90 minus theta. Cosec 90 minus theta. Now what is 90 minus theta? This angle. Okay, so angle P, which is 90 minus theta, of course. So cosec of angle P or 90 minus theta is hypotenuse upon adjacent, sorry, opposite. Hypotenuse is PR, so PR upon, what is it? Opposite side. Opposite side is QR, so QR. So PR upon QR, PR upon QR. So if you see, the relation between sec and cosec is, you can write that sec theta is cosec 90 minus theta. Okay, same way cosec theta is sec 90 minus theta. So that can be found. Okay, now we discussed all this. Now what are these? What is the meaning of sin theta equal to cos 90 minus theta? Why are we doing this? Okay, let's see. If you want to find, okay, let's say if you want to find, okay, let's say if you want to find sine 30 degree, okay, now sine 30 is to be found. This is what? So this theta has become 30 degree, so theta is 30 degree. So sine theta can be found like sine theta is equal to cos, so I have substituted theta as 30 degree, so here this will become cos 90 minus 30. Yes or no? Same way, 90 minus 30, you know that is 60. So we get this as one of the relation, that sine 30 is equal to cos 60. Getting? So here this is the relation between trigonometric ratios. Okay, so if any angle, if it is 30 degree, then if you take sine of 30 degree, you get same as cos of 60 degree. Okay, so I hope you are understanding this. So this is why we find the relation between sine cos or cos sine, okay, like this, all these relations. Now we'll see some more. Now let us substitute theta as 60 degree and let's see what we get. So when you put sin 60, meaning theta as 60 degree, you get cos of 90 minus 60. So sin 60 degree is equal to cos 30. So these two are some important things. Let's write it over here. Okay, sin 60 is cos 30 and cos 60 is sin 30, vice versa. Okay, now if you see, let's put theta as 45 degree, okay, in this or in this, okay, what do we get? Sine, and then this is cos 90 minus 45, which is cos 45. So if you see, sine 45 is same as cos 45. What do we understand? Let's write that also. Okay, so from this, what do we understand? That at 45 degree, sine and cos ratios are same. Okay, if an angle is 45 degree, then sine of 45, okay, is equal to cos of 45. Now, one thing you must be wondering is, how do we find sine 60 or cos 60? Sine 30, cos 60, correct? Or sine 45, cos 45. How do we find this all? So let's find that out. Okay, now for finding sine 30, cos 60, okay, all these values, sine 60, cos 30, cos 60 and sine 30, ultimately these two are same, but then let's find them individually also. Okay, so we'll be, if you see, this is 60 30, so it will be, if you remember the chapter triangles, where we did a theorem on 30 60 90 degree triangle. Okay, so based on that theorem itself, this we find the values of these. Okay, so if you have any doubt, if you don't remember it, please go check the chapter triangle. Okay, this theorem, which is 30 60 90 degree triangle theorem. Okay, so now we'll see that. Now if you see, angle R, okay, sorry, angle Q is 90, that is there, P is this, R is complementary. Now let's consider, okay, this is what, let's consider this as 30 degree. Okay, angle R as 30 degree, therefore angle P will be how much? See, this is 90, this is 30, total it became 120. So 180 minus 120, because sum of the angles is 180, so therefore this angle will be 60 degree. Therefore, just put that. Okay, so this is 60 degree. Now if you remember, okay, side opposite to 60 degree, or sorry, side opposite to 30 degree is half of the hypotenuse. So you know this is the hypotenuse, okay, P R is the hypotenuse. But if you remember, side, okay, this side, so side opposite to 30 degree is half the hypotenuse. That means side opposite to 30 is what? PQ. So PQ is half of PR. Yes or no? That's what the theorem says, that the side opposite to 30 degree, okay, side opposite to, so this is the side which is opposite to 30 degree, correct? Yes or no? So this side is half of the hypotenuse. Same way, the side, okay, the side which is opposite to 60 degree, so this is 60 degree, opposite to this 60 degree is QR, that QR is, what is it? Root 3 by 2 the hypotenuse. Yes or no? These are the two rules which we saw in the theorem of 30 60 90 degree triangle, correct? So with the help of that, we get side opposite to 30 is half the hypotenuse, side opposite to 60 degree is root 3 by 2 the hypotenuse. So this has already been done. Okay, now what we'll take here is, let's take the lowest, which is PQ. So let's take PQ as A. Okay, if we take PQ as A, what will we get PR as? Okay, so we are taking PQ, so this side is of length A. We are just considering, okay, this side has length A. Now if this side is A, okay, PQ is A, then PR will be 2 times PQ. That means PR is equal to 2 PQ. Yes or no? And also what will, 2 PQ, or PQ is A, so 2A it will be actually, correct? So 2A. Same way, if PR is 2A, what will QR be? Therefore, we can say QR will be root 3 by 2 PR, right? So PR is 2A, so just substitute that. 2 gone, you get root 3A. Okay, this is the theorem. So while substituting, when you put PQ as A, you get PR as 2A and QR as root 3A, right? So I hope you have understood this. Now we are finding sine 30, cos 30 and all, okay? So let's find sine 30 degree. Now you know this is 30 degree. Sine is opposite upon hypotenuse. So opposite is PQ. So PQ upon hypotenuse is PR. PR. Now PQ upon PR. PQ is what? A. PR is 2A. So simply substituting. Okay. So AA gone. You get 1 upon 2. Let's find for sine. Okay. Let's find for sine 60 degree. Okay. So what is sine 60 degree here? Now you know this is 60. And sine, you know, it's opposite upon hypotenuse. So if theta here is 60 degree here. So when theta is 60 degree, okay, I hope you are understanding this is 30 degree. So theta becomes 30 degree here as per the formula. And if theta is 60 degree, then, I mean, if it given here is 60 degree, then theta here becomes 60 degree. Okay. So with respect to 60 degree, what is the opposite side? QR. So QR upon, what is it? Hypotenuse. So hypotenuse is PR, same way. Sorry. Okay, PR. So QR is what? Root 3 by A. Sorry, root 3A. And PR is 2A. So this is 2A. AA gone. You get root 3 by 2. Yes or no? Same way, let's quickly find cos 30. So cos is adjacent upon hypotenuse. 30 is this. Adjacent side will be, for 30 degree adjacent side is QR. QR upon PR. And same way cos 60 is again, this is 60. Adjacent is PQ. PQ upon hypotenuse is PR. Same way. PQR is what? Root 3 by A. Sorry, root 3A. And PR is 2A. So upon 2A. A gone. Root 3 by 2. Correct? Same way. Here cos 60. So PQ is A. Upon PR is 2A. A gone. You get 1 by 2. Correct? Now what do we understand from this? If you see sine 30, cos 60, see, half. What had we got? Sine 30, cos 60. So sine 30, cos 60, they both are equal. So if we get equal, again, so we have proved that these two are equal again. Okay. So, and also the value of sine 30 is half. Okay, half. Cos 60, half. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. Same way cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Okay, they are also same as seen here. Okay, so I hope you have understood this. Now we'll see we'll check for 45 degree. Okay, by taking 45, 45, 90 degree triangle. Okay, so here 45, 45, okay, and 90 degree. Now again, the other theorem, okay, the theorem which says that the theorem of 45, 45 and 90 degree triangle, okay, this theorem says that the side opposite to 45 degree is, so side opposite to 45 is PQ and QR both, because both the sides there are angles are 45. So the side opposite to 45 is PQ as well as QR. So these two are equal to 1 by root 2 of the hypotenuse, which is PR. Okay. So PQ and QR, they both are same. Why? Because see, if you see also, if you remember isosceles triangle also, if the angles are congruent, you know that the sides are also congruent. Yes or no? That's what isosceles triangle theorem says. But even leaving that, you can see the theorem says the side opposite to 45 degree. So this is 45 degree. Okay, this is 45. Opposite to this is PQ. So PQ is also equal to 1 by root 2 of the hypotenuse, which is PR. So PQ is also 1 by root 2 of PR, and QR, which is again opposite of 45 degree, is also 1 by root 2 of PR. Okay, so I hope you have understood this. Now let's take or we can directly, or let's consider PR or QR, any value as A. Okay, so we'll say PR equal to A. Okay, PR as A, therefore QR is equal to 1 by root 2 A, correct? And also PQ is 1 by root 2 A, correct? Now, after finding these three, let's find sine 45 and cos 45. Now you know again 45, so sine 45 is, okay, 45 is this, so you can take this angle or this angle, doesn't matter, because both are 45. Okay, so sine 45 is opposite upon hypotenuse. If I take this 45, opposite side is PQ, so PQ, okay, PQ upon hypotenuse, which is PR. Same way, what is cos 45? Adjacent upon hypotenuse. So if I take this as 45, this is QR, so QR upon hypotenuse, which is PR. Yes or no? Now just substitute PQ, which is 1 by root 2A upon, what is it, PR, which is A. Yes or no? Same way, AA, both numerator and denominator gone, so you get 1 by root 2. Same way, substitute here also, QR upon PR. QR is 1 by root 2A upon PR is A. A gone, you get. So again, if you see sine 45 and cos 45, they are coming as 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2, both are same. Okay, so you can make a note of this, and also the previous one, which is sine 30, sine 60, and cos 30, cos 60. Okay, so now we have found sine values of 30 degree, 60 degree, okay, and cos values of 30 degree and 60 degree. Okay, same way we can also find the values of tan also. Now if this 45 and cos 45 both we have found, now if you want to find, okay, let's say if you want to find if this is to be found as tan 45 degree, you know that tan, okay, where is it written? Okay, I'll write it here, that tan theta is sine theta upon cos theta. Okay, this is done in the previous lecture itself of trigonometry, the introduction video. Okay, so if you are confused with this, you can check that video also. Now if tan theta is sine theta upon cos theta, then tan 45 is sine 45 upon cos 45. Yes or no? Therefore, what do we understand from this? Let's substitute. This is 1 by root 2. Okay, let's substitute sine 45, 1 by root 2. So 1 by root 2 divided by cos 45 is again 1 by root 2. So 1 by root 2 and 1 by root 2 are same, so gone, cancelled, left us 1. So tan 45 is 1. So you can, same way, if you have sine 30 and cos 30, divide them, and whatever you get, that is tan 30. Same way, if you get sine 60 and cos 60, and if you divide them, you get tan 60. Okay, so I hope it's clear to you. Now we'll find for theta equal to 0 degree and 90 degree, the sine, cos and tan values of 0 degree and 90 degree. Okay, so let's find that out. Now we are trying to find sine 0. Okay, means for 0 degree and 90 degree. Okay, sine values. Okay, sine of 0 degree, cos of 0, tan 0, and also sine 90, cos 90, and tan 90. So let's see how we do. Okay, let's see that. If let's say there is a triangle ABC, okay, and angle B is 90 degree, okay, given. So in a right angle triangle ABC, angle B is 90 degree, okay, and let's say we are considering angle C, okay. Let's find sine of C, meaning for angle C, okay, find the sine value. Sine, you know, it's opposite side upon hypotenuse for any angle theta. So for this angle which is C, sine is opposite upon hypotenuse, so opposite is AB, AB upon AC, correct. Hypotenuse is this, that is understood. Side opposite to 90 degree is hypotenuse, that you know. Therefore now we have got sine C, right? Okay, what are we supposed to find? Sine 0, yes or no? Now if you put, see, if you want to find 0 degree here, this shows some angle, okay, it can be 30, 35, 40 degree, 45 degree, it can be any angle. But if you think, okay, if you think of, let's say this angle, okay, this angle which is there, it is coming downwards, like for example like this. Okay, this is A, B and C. So what has become here in this triangle, this is the same triangle, okay, this is 90 degree, but here what has happened, this angle has reduced. So if the angle, okay, this is the mouth, let's say, so it was open like this, but as soon as it comes down, the length also decreases, this also decreases. See, AB has decreased, yes or no? If this, okay, this becomes 0, there is no space between, okay, between the mouth here. If this comes close to each other, okay, if this line and this line, they close to each other, it will become something like this. Won't it become, if this is B and this is C, if the this angle C, it comes means 0 at 0 degree, meaning let's say this was 35 degree for example, so this would be, let's say, 10 degree for example, when we squeeze this, okay, so this squeezing of the angle results in decreasing of the size. So when we further squeeze this angle, okay, this will become this angle which was there here like this, okay, this will come like this in a straight line, so it will be in a straight line like this. At 0 degree, this line, this length AC will be on BC itself, meaning, see, if you see, AC will be like this on BC itself, like this is their AC, so this will just be on BC itself, this will like AC, so BC, so when this angle is clubbed, okay, or when it's decreased. So from this, what are we understanding, what are we trying to do? We are making C, this angle C, as 0 degree. By 0 degree, what do you mean? If this is 90 degree, okay, this is 90 degree, this is 45, this is 30, for example I'm saying, then the 0 degree means fully gone down, yes or no? This is 90, some other angle, 45, it can be 30, any angle, but 0 degree is what? Fully down, yes or no? That means this line has to come fully on BC. This AC should fully fall on BC. That's when this angle will be 0, angle C. Same way, if this angle becomes 0, what will happen to AB? It will become 0, yes or no? Because this kept on decreasing, so if this line, it falls on B, this A will come to B and there will be no distance, it will become 0. Yes or no? AB will become 0. Therefore, what do we come to know here? That sine 0 degree is equal to, so when you substitute C as 0, then AB also becomes 0. So this will become 0 upon AC. Because angle becomes 0, that means there is no side left here. There is no length actually. This A and B, they fall on the same point like this over here. That AC, okay, this length has fallen on this itself. Same that's why 0 upon AC, so 0 upon anything is 0 itself. Yes or no? Because 0 cannot be divided with any other number. Sorry, any other number cannot divide 0. Yes or no? Therefore, you get sine 0 as 0 degree itself. Okay. So I hope you are clear with this. Now, if you want to find cos 0 degree, you know cos theta. See, cos theta is sine 90 minus theta. Therefore, cos 0 degree is sine 90 minus 0. So, sine 90 minus 0 is 90 itself. So, for finding cos 0, we need to find sine 90 also. So, let's find sine 90 first. Okay. So, here sine 90 degree. Okay. So, here we'll try to make this angle C as 90 degree. That means this arm which is there here like this will take it and will make it straight. Means this AC will become straight like this. Okay. So let's try to do that. Okay. Here itself. So now, and also we are finding okay cos 90 also. We can find cos 90 how? Because cos theta is sine 90 minus theta, so cos 90 is sine 90 minus, see this is 90 degree itself, theta is 90, so here also will substitute 90, so 90 minus 90 it will become, that is sine 0, so this is 0 degree. So if you see, cos 90 is 0 degree and sine 0 is 0 degree, so you should remember these two, sine 0 and cos 90. Now we'll find for sine 90 and at the same time we'll find cos 0 also. Okay, so let's find that out. Now again, okay, one sec. Okay, sine C, okay, sine C is AB, so this is C itself. Sine C is AB upon hypotenuse, AB upon AC itself, correct? So we are trying to put or make sine this angle C as 90 degree. So what will happen? So what we are trying to do here is making C as 90 degree. Therefore, what we do here, okay, we keep the length of AC as the same and we try to make this AC, and if you keep this and you extend this, like let's say this is 30 degree, so if you like take this hand like this, okay, a little, this angle will increase. We want to make C as 90 degree, so remember what we are doing, we are shifting this arm like this little by little. Let's say this is 75, it has become, okay, 75 degree for example, and this will be, sorry, this will look something like this. So this is A itself, A, B and C. Okay, so this is 75 degree it has become, and this B, this remains 90 degree itself. Okay, now if we are making this 90 degree, or let's take, what are we doing? We are extending, so that means, see, when we are extending this, okay, when we are increasing this angle like this, okay, what is happening? The side is decreasing. Same way, if we increase this furthermore, what will happen? it will become something like this, where B is 90 degree, and let's say this is what, this angle is 85 degree. So what is happening here in this? What are we understanding from this? That if you try to convert angle C, okay, this itself we are considering after this. So we're trying to make C from 30 to 90 degree. So we made it 75. By 75 it looked like this, okay, keeping AB, okay, as 90 degree itself. So AB ka length increased, sorry, where is it? Yeah, so AB's length increased, okay, length it increased, okay, but BC ka length it decreased. Same way, when you keep on pushing this AB, again it increases little more, and this AC it remains here itself. So this BC it squeezes, okay. So I hope you are understanding if you try to imagine. And if you further increase this angle to 90 degree, okay, this and this angle they'll fall in a single line like this, okay. If for example, if you consider this, okay, this and this like this, so these two angles they are 90 and 85. So when they come close to each other, means becoming 90-90, this angle will become 0, the upper angle, which is A. Okay, so when this becomes 0, these two will become 90-90. Therefore, at that time, we can say that AB and AC ka length will become same, because both, if they both are 90, okay, angle B is 90 and angle C is also 90. That means the hypotenuse, so angle opposite to C is AB, that will be the hypotenuse, and also AC will be the hypotenuse. Why? Because both are 90 degree, okay, and in a triangle if both are 90 degree, they both will become hypotenuse, and hypotenuse is same. That means AB will become same as AC. Therefore we can say that AB upon AC, here when angle becomes 90 degree, angle C becomes 90, we say that AB is same as AC. It becomes like that. Therefore this will be AB, and instead of AC we put AB, so AB. So AB upon AB is 1, cancelled both. So sin 90 is 1. Same way we can find for cos 0, which is sin 90 is what? 1, right? So this is equal to sin 90, that is 1. Okay. Now when we have found these, okay, let's find tan 0, okay, and tan 90 also. So tan 0 is, you know, sin 0, okay, sin 0 upon cos 0. So we can write that, sorry, sin 0 upon cos 0. So that is equal to, sin 0 is what? 0. 0 upon cos 0 is 1. So 0 upon 1 is 0 itself. So tan 0 is 0. Same way, what is tan 90? Again, sin 90 upon cos 90. Okay. So this, therefore, what can we say? Sin 90 is 1. So 1 upon cos 90 is 0. Now 1 upon 0, can you divide any number into 0 parts? Yes or no? Think of this. Can you divide any number? It is, let's say you have 10 chocolates. Can you divide it into 0 parts? No, right? There has to be some division. Therefore 1 upon 0 or any number upon 0 is always infinity. Infinity means this is not defined till yet. Okay. So infinity means not defined. So tan 90 is infinity, or you can say not defined. Okay. ND means not defined. Okay. So I hope you have understood this. We learned how the formulas, the different trigonometric ratios in this video, and also the relations between them in terms of reciprocals and also in terms of 90 minus theta, and also we saw the values of each of them, of each of the trigonometric ratios except for cot, sec and cosec, which you will be learning in higher standards. Okay, therefore we have learned all how to find cos 30, sin 30 and all the values of trigonometric functions. Okay, so we stop here, okay, for this video. I hope you have understood this. In the next video we'll continue with this chapter. Okay, we'll try to remember all those values in a single table, okay, in a single tabular format, okay, and we'll solve questions based on them. Okay, what we have discussed till now. So if you have understood this video, make sure you share it with your friends. Okay, thank you for watching.